and she'll be here in just a second while you get your stuff organized. Talking about cones. So the formula for a cone is V equals 1/3 big B H. And just like a cylinder, you have the same variables in it. What's the only thing that's new is you have this 1/3 here. So it's very similar. You just have to multiply your 1/3 as well. So V, same as cylinder, equals volume. So just like Ms. Charles said, make sure that whatever I'm writing, you are writing. So write that down. V equals volume. Big B, okay, it's an uppercase B, so we say big B. Big B means area of the base, just like cylinder. So nothing new is being thrown at you. Area of base. And H, what does H stand for? Height. How tall is our cone? Okay, and that formula is on your star chart for you, which we'll pull up in a second when we're ready to solve. But know that these don't have to be memorized. They are on your reference sheet. You just have to know what they mean. So what is the area of the base of a cone? Well, here's your cone down here. If you don't know what a cone looks like, we've all had ice cream cones. We've all seen orange traffic cones. The base of the cone, or the bottom, is a circle. So I'm going to go ahead and write circle, because that's the shape. How do we find the area of a circle? Well, let's pull up our star chart. In case you forget, go to where it says area on your star chart. Here is a circle, same as a cylinder. Area equals pi r squared. So we're going to keep that for our big B, because that's the area of our base, which is a circle. So let's go back to our notes, and we can answer that now. What is the area of the base of a cone? It is pi r squared, because that's what the area of a circle is, pi r squared. So knowing all that information, we're ready to solve for a cone. So let's look at our example. Okay, when we're ready to solve for volume, it is essential that you write your formula first to keep yourself organized. So this is a cone. It looks like an upside down ice cream cone. We know that volume equals 1/3 times big B times H. Okay, all of those things are right next to each other, so it's all multiplying. 1/3 times big B times H. So we're going to find each one first and multiply them all together. Well, 1/3 is already a number. We don't have to define 1/3. First, we need to figure out what big B is. Well, big B is the area of our base. So here's the base of our cone. It's our circle. And that's what we found up here with our formula. So big B is going to equal pi r squared, because that's the area of the base. Big B is just a shorter way to write it. So we know that big B is pi r squared. Let's find out what it equals. It equals pi times r, which is your radius. So just like in our cylinder, the whole way across your circle is your diameter, the long word. Radius is a shorter word. So radius is half your way across, which they said is 3 centimeters. So we're going to plug in 3 for your radius and square it. Okay, so that's how we're going to solve for big B. Pi times our radius squared. And now we can just type that into our calculator. Pi times 3 squared. So you'll go to your calculator. We can just use 3.14. Oh, 3.14, because that's what pi equals. There we go. Times 3. And remember, squared, you can either hit x squared or raise the roof and hit 2. So here's x squared, maybe, and hit enter. So our big B, our pi times radius squared, is 28.26. So let's go back to our example and say 28.26. So we're almost there. We know what 1/3 is. It's 1/3. We know what big B is, 28.26. We just need to find our height, which is simply what it sounds like. The only thing about cones, you need to know, just like how you stand up straight and tall, that's what the height of your cone is. It's the one that goes up straight and tall. Don't be tempted by this right here. This is your slant height. It's slanted. Okay, that is not the height of your cone. The height of your cone is the one that goes nice straight up and tall, just like how you stand. So our height is already labeled for us. It is 11 centimeters. So our height equals 11. So now we are ready to plug everything into our formula. We have 1/3. We have big B. We have h, our height. So let's look at how we're going to type it into our calculator, and then we'll do it. Volume, V, equals 1/3 times 28.26 times 11, which is our height. So we have 1/3 times big B times h. Once we plug all that in, we will be good to go. So back to our calculator. Clear out what we did before. I always like to keep my fractions in parentheses just so order of operations never gets messed up. So there's 1/3 times our big B, which was 28.26, times our height, which was 11. Hit enter. So the volume of that cone is 103.62. All right, so we can go back here. I'm running out of room, but the volume of our cone was 103.62, and it was centimeters. And volume is cubed. There's 3 dimensions now. So there's our final answer for a cone. If you need to pause and rewind, feel free. Otherwise, have a great day.